Hi, I am Sayyid Rashid. You are watching Ahlabad High School and Junior College YouTube channel. Welcome to my video to all students as well as viewers. Today just we are continuing our part number 2, Physics Inter first year or class 11th we can say. Chapter number 8, Oscillation. So in our previous part 1 we have done few synopsis related to this chapter, that what we might have to learn in this chapter. Now we are coming to the main question which might ask you in IP for 8 marks. And the question, as you can see on the board, is show that the projection of uniform circular motion on any diameter is simple harmonic. So this is the question. You can see that the question is asking that if we are projecting a uniform circular motion on like any diameter is simple harmonic. So now the definition for simple harmonic motion: the periodic motion of a particle in which its acceleration a is always directed towards a fixed point and is directly proportional to the displacement is known as simple harmonic motion. Here SHM I wrote, but you need to write complete in your notes like simple harmonic motion. So you can see the statement. And this is the, like we can say, a small formula related to the statement. A is directly proportional to y. Here my minus sign indicates that there is an direction. The periodic motion of particle in which its acceleration always directed towards a fixed point and it has to be directly proportional to the like displacement. This is known as simple harmonic motion. Now coming to the example, oscillation made by simple pendulum. Okay, it is a simple harmonic motion. Motion of a loaded spring which is suspended from a fixed point. That means a spring is suspended with loaded, some load at the bottom of the spring. This is also known as simple harmonic motion. Now coming to the derivation or proof. So I am considering you can see here how I am doing here. Yes, I am considering here a particle. First I'll going to draw one circle, and in this circle I am making one center, isn't it? Okay, this is a center, and I am considering this is in diameter capital A we can say, and this is an particle. Now we have two axes with us. This is an x axis, whereas this is an y axis with us. So I am giving the name like here x, or here you can say x dash. Here we have y axis and we have here y dash. Now what I am doing here, I am just considering a particle P on a circle of radius A. You can see that there is a circle and having radius A. The center O as shown in the figure, and we have one center with us, and we need to give the name of that center is nothing but O. So A I will write here, you can see A, capital A I am writing here. Yeah, you can see here I am writing capital A. It is somewhat small, but it is visible to you, I think. Now we need to write this thing also. I am just writing this also, like consider a circle, CIRCLE circle, like with radius A having particle 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 at point P. Okay, we can say at P simply. Consider a circle with radius A having particle at point P. O is the origin of circle, CIRCLE circle, having x axis and y axis as shown in figure FIGURE figure, like x dash and y dash. So we can say that what is here a complete x axis means x dash, whereas what is y axis with us means complete y dash we can say. Now we are speaking about the displacement. Okay, so for displacement we need to write few things as a theory part. I am writing, you can see the particles. Here we are not supposed to use the plural form, you need to use only singular form because we are considering only a single particle. The particle moves along the circumference of circle in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular velocity. Two perpendicular lines from P to x-axis and y-axis at P dash and N respectively. So what we are doing now, we are drawing two perpendiculars, like we can say I am giving this name as point N, isn't it? So it will be like perpendicular this side, and this is also one of the perpendicular, and I am giving this as name P dash. Here the distance from O to P dash is nothing but x, and O to N distance we have with us like y, isn't it? So I am placing this somewhat like big circle for a few seconds on your screen. You can see here on the text it is coming a complete circle. So you can see a complete circle here, and in this circle we are considering one theta also, that is theta is equals to omega t, and we are considering that theta here. Okay, so here the space is somewhat like very less, so I might not write. You can see the Fair diagram. So you need to copy down this Fair diagram. Okay, now up to here you can copy down. We will going to continue same derivation once you copy this. Okay, now hope you have copied on the thing which I said, and I was put a Fair diagram related to this. You need to draw that diagram. Okay, from triangle POP dash, we were one triangle with us in the diagram, that is POP dash in figure FIGURE. So here we need to fetch the cos theta. Okay, cos theta is equals to OP dash by like OP. How we got this means I need to write here since. Okay, since like cos theta is equals to, what is the formula for cos theta? Like adjacent by hypotenuse. Now this step will going to change, like cos, instead of theta I will going to write here like omega t. Why omega t? I will tell you, is equals to x by a. Oh sir, how you got this step? It is away from our head. Don't tell like this. You are in intermediate first year physics, you are learning. Here theta is nothing but omega t, whereas OP dash is nothing but x, and OP is equals to a. And all the student, and if you are writing this since step in your examination, means you will get full marks, and it will be more clarity to the person who are making like validation your paper or correcting your paper. So here now what I am doing, next step you can see, I will going to place only x here. Okay, x is equals to what? I need to send this a that side, so it will become like a cos omega t. I am giving this as equation number 1, and where here you can see x is the displacement, displacement, and t displacement of particle, particle along x axis. Okay, this is the line you have to write. Now we need to fetch the velocity. What is the velocity? VELOCITY, velocity of particle we can say. So velocity of particle is defined as the rate of change of displacement. So we can simply write like v is equals to dx by dt. But you need to write the statement also for velocity. So we need to write definition also. Just now I said that velocity is nothing but it is a like the rate of change of displacement we can say. Now we will going to do, that is we have with us v is equals to dx by dt. But what x we have from equation number 1, just I am writing d into d by dt. Okay, in place of x I will going to write complete a cos omega t. Since from 1 you can say from 1. What is from 1? X is like a cos omega t. Now just we are after making a differentiation, we have with us like final step we can say. Therefore after doing the differentiation we got answer with us like v is equals to like minus a omega sine. Here sine and cos is nothing but it is an trigonometric function we can say. So v is equals to minus a omega sine omega t, and this is I am considering as equation number 2. Now I need to fetch one more thing related to this derivation, that is acceleration. Okay, acceleration. What is acceleration usually? So acceleration, we can say acceleration of a particle is defined as the rate of change of velocity. So here we can write like that is a is equals to dv by dt, but a is equals to d. In place of v, what we are going to write? Yeah, same logic we need to use here, like minus a omega sine omega t. So here you can write from equation 2, from 2 what we got, instead of v we are writing this, whereas dt is as it is as usual. So here a is equals to what we got final answer with us, like minus a omega square cos omega t. So we are considering like this equation number 3, and it's finally become minus a omega square into x, or else we can say we are just keeping one step here. Here I am writing minus omega square as it is, whereas I am writing like a cos omega t like this. Why I am writing, you can understand by in next step. It is nothing but omega square. We can write since from 1 again, okay, from equation 1, what is the value of a cos omega t is nothing but x, okay. You can see clearly, x here is nothing but a cos omega t. Here in place of a cos omega t I wrote x. As omega is nothing but angular velocity, we can write like a is directly proportional to displacement, that is minus x we can say. We got our proof. So this is the final proof. After that you need to write a statement. I am going to write here also, like HENCE, hence the MOTION, motion of particle PARTICLE in SHM, thus THUS, thus the motion, hence the motion of particle in SHM, that is simple harmonic motion, thus the motion of point P dash, which is the projection of particle P on the diameter, is SHM, that is simple harmonic motion. Now the time to copy down which is written on board. Hope you have copied on, but once again I want to put a glimpse. Just we need to finally prove that a is directly proportional, that is acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. For that we need to take down, or we need to derive few things. First I am deriving, like you can say this is nothing but like I derive first we were velocity, but here you need to write a side heading like displacement, and already we have I wrote something related to the displacement. So first I fetch displacement, you can say, from triangle POP dash in figure. Cos theta is equals to OP dash by OP, since cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. Here adjacent is nothing but we were like OP dash, and hypotenuse is OP. Whereas next step, instead of theta I am writing omega t, because we have angular velocity into the time is nothing but our theta. So omega t equals to x by a, but we need only displacements. Displacement is nothing but x, so I am keeping x this side, so it will become a cos omega t. So x is the displacement of particle along x axis. So we got displacement. Next we need to derive like velocity. Velocity of particle is defined as rate of change of displacement x, that is v is equals to dx by dt. So here v is equals to, just I am writing a cos omega t instead of x. So d by dt of a cos omega t, since from 1. Why in place of x just I am writing this term. So after differentiation we got like v is equals to a minus a omega sine omega t. This is equation number 2, and this is our velocity v. So we got displacement s, we got velocity v, but finally we need to get acceleration. To get the acceleration we have to know this term. You might have think, sir, directly we can take acceleration derivation, but it is not a procedure. We need to first drive the displacement velocity, after that acceleration. Acceleration of a particle is defined as the rate of change of velocity, that is a is equals to dv by dt. Here in place of v what I wrote, minus a omega sine omega t, since from equation number 2 we can say. So a is here, a is equals to, and after differentiating we got minus a omega square cos omega t, but I am keeping omega square aside, a cos omega t aside. Why? Because a cos omega t again becomes x from equation 1, that's why I wrote this pattern. So a is equals to minus omega square x from 1. So x is like directly proportional to minus x, or displacement we can say. So here we write a small statement. Hence the motion of particle in simple harmonic motion, thus the motion of point p dash, which is the projection of particle p on the diameter, is simple harmonic motion. So you already copied and you understood also, I think, but here you need to practice more than one time, then only you can understand, because you are learning this concept in your life first time. Now I am going to solve a small numeric related to this, so that our session part 2 may be completed. A mass of 2 kg is attached to a spring of force constant 200 Newton meter per second. Find its time period. So just we need to write first the data, like given that what we have with us, like mass, mass is equals to 2 kg, isn't it? Here force constant, force, force, constant, constant, k we have with us like 200 like Newton meter per second. So we know the formula for time period, time, time, period, time period. T is equals to like 2 pi under root of m by k, isn't it? So here 2 is as it is, instead of pi I am writing 22 by 7 under root of, instead of m I am writing 2. Why 2? Because 2 kg mass, and for this we have is force constant 200. So this is 2 1 we have remains like 1 by 100. So it will become 2 into here I am writing 2 as it is, 22 by 7 also as it is. It will become under root of 1 by 100. So what it will become, like 2 into 22 by 7 into 1 by 10. Why 1 by 10? Because since under root of 1 is 1, under root of 100 is nothing but 10. So from this we get 1 by 10. So now 2 1s 2 5s, isn't it? So this is the steps I am following. Next you can see here 22, like t is equals to 22 is as it is, 7 5s 35. So we remains like this. So I am dividing 35 22. So 0 point, it will become 220. So 35 6s, we have 35 6s like 2 10 with us, we remains like 10. Again we have 35 2s 70 and we remains 30, it is 300. Then we remains like 35 8s, what we have 35 8s with us like 280 around, isn't it? 280, and go on, it will running, we have to keep this only. So we can say t is equals to 0.628 second, seconds. So this is the answer. This is a numeric usually asking with the question. So you can copy down this complete numeric very easy, and you can practice also more than one time. So I am standing few seconds here, very easy numeric. Hope you have copied. Now the time to complete this session, we will going to continue our part number 3, like oscillation chapter, physics 11th class or intermediate first year. I am Syed Rashid. You are watching Ahliabad High School and Junior College YouTube channel. Practice more than one time. Take care. Have a great time. Thank you.